All right, welcome back, and of course, thanks for staying with us. You're still watching Rapid right here on Rapid Television. And of course, it's 9 o'clock. That very moment we'll get to begin to wind down for the weekend. And someone is so excited. You know who? Of course, my name is Victor Ake. Martha.
And my name is Martha Alu. My eyes are literally closing. You guys already know.
Yeah.
I'm slowly in the weekend already. But I hope you've had a good morning so far, because we've been trying to make sure that you start your day smarter and more informed than you went to bed. So listening to Rapid Dawn this morning, I am pretty sure that you have gotten back up knowing a lot more things that you did yesterday. So welcome, and it's good to have you here. And it's good to have me on your screens as well.
Of course, I'm just laughing because anyways, it's Friday, and of course.
What's funny?
No, I'm laughing at you this morning because you've been trying to catch some sleep, but of course you've not been able to do that.
You guys don't understand the battle.
I did feel for you right now.
The battle. I've been like these days. I'm sleepy everywhere, and I'm like, what exactly is the problem? Is there what's that fly again? Tese fly. Do we have it in Nigeria?
It beat you recently.
Probably did. But yeah, we're doing what we can, and we're up here. I will make sure that you have a good time this weekend. Of course, let me tell you, we have a lot of gossip that we need to do.
Exactly.
I won't call it gossip necessarily. It's just basically saying the things that we should, and saying the things that we want to. And there are so many other things that we should have said from the start of the show, but time did not permit us, so we'll definitely do a wrap-up of that. But before we do that, we have a guest seated right here in the studio. Now, today we have quite someone from a younger generation. And it's super important that there is a healthy balance between people who are able to carve a niche for themselves young enough, and for people who have already carved a niche for themselves when they're older. I feel like when you catch people younger doing what they love, they master the art of what they currently are doing. So when they get to a certain point or a certain stage of their life, they now become grandmasters, I'll call them.
Exactly.
But yeah, we have a very young, beautiful girl seated right here in the studio with us today.
Of course, our guest is a dancer, someone who has attempted.
Who say you should show her now? Have we called her name?
No, man, they too.
You're faster than your shadow.
Would have just, brought her in gently, but not to worry. She's already visible right now. Orinya Happiness, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
It's good to have you here this morning.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Right, you already look like you want to dance. Should we clear the tables?
Please.
We should do that.
No, please.
We shouldn't. Why?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right. So, Happiness, talk to us. Tell us why you got interested in dancing first.
Okay, so I discovered I was gifted in ability in dance, and I decided to go in line with my career. So that was why I decided to.
You discovered that you were gifted. How did you discover?
Because somehow I could dance.
Okay.
I could dance. I could do certain things with my body.
Okay.
So I knew dance was
now
fun.
I'm curious.
Yeah, and it's good to know that Happiness actually attempted to set a world Guinness record, for the longest dance marathon.
Yeah.
What inspired that particular move?
So for me, I see dance as everything. I see that I can do anything and everything through dance. So at that point, I was thinking of a better route, of something amazing I could do with dance. And then I'm not like religious, but then I prayed about it, and then
Wow.
Guinness World Record came into my head.
Okay.
So I decided to apply for it, and then crazy enough, I applied for 10 days. While I was applying, I was asking myself, are you okay?
You danced
Like
for 10 days.
10 days, like, are you okay? Are you normal? I told myself, don't worry. And then I didn't tell anybody, because I literally didn't want anybody to talk me out of it. So I didn't tell my friends, I didn't tell my family, till like 4 months later, when it was like 3 months to the event.
Okay.
That was when I let it out. So that
Well,
was.
how did that go for you? The journey to the attempt.
It was crazy. For
Tell
real.
us about it. We love crazy.
I since January till now, I've not been able to explain to people how I felt. I literally went out of my body.
Wow.
For real. Because I was no longer me. That's all I can say. But somehow, I did it. I don't know how. But then I had an amazing team. PDAM. They were so amazing. They were always there for me. There were definitely times I got very tired. but their chairs. Sometimes they just stay in front of me and they show me dance moves, and I try to, yeah. So that was.
So you did it for the entire 10 days?
Yes, I did. Even though there was 5 minutes break in every 1 hour, so I could accumulate those times to rest. Yeah. So that was how it was.
So each of the days, how many hours did you take in dancing?
22 hours.
Martha, do you want to attempt that?
For every day?
Yes, every day I dance for 22 hours.
If you say that I should sleep for 22 hours
you would do that?
and be awake for 2 hours, I mean, it's something I could do.
No, but this time around, I'm being awake for 22 hours.
Everyone will pick their struggles. You decided that you want to dance for 10 days. I will decide I want to sleep for, multiple days. And, and I will be awake for at least 2 hours of every day. That's a huge sacrifice.
It is a huge responsibility.
Huge responsibility. Yeah. But what was the response of the Guinness World record team?
So they told me I finished uploading my evidence in February, and they told me they were going to get back to me on the 12th of May, which they did not. And then I messaged them again, and they told me they were still looking into the evidence. And then sometimes in the first week of September, I reached out to them again, and they were still like, I should hold on and love that. So I'm still waiting, and hopefully they get back to me.
Get back to you. But what is involved in this recognition? If you get the recognition, right, what's involved in it for you?
Okay, for me, I saw that as a step to making me more visible in my craft, and it actually worked for me. Because Dance-A-Thon gave me this platform I ordinarily would not have. Like even my peers, even people older than me in the dance don't have. But Dance-A-Thon gave me that platter, and then I think it's more like a dream come true. I don't know how. Just imagine you didn't watch yourself grow. Take for example my TikTok. I started Dance-A-Thon, I was on 1.6k followers. When I finished Dance-A-Thon, I was on 44k followers. And then on my Facebook, I was at 7k followers. When I finished Dance-A-Thon, I was at 22k followers. So like I literally didn't see myself grow, but then I grew. And then I got jobs, I got endorsements and all of that. So it was more like a step up for me. So for me now, at this point, even if Guinness World Record don't recognize me, I think I am satisfied.
I love that. Like, love it. Love it.
And of course, it's such a good thing to see that people are taking the bull by the horn, setting the pace for yourself, creating the opportunity as much as you want to. But how has this experience changed you as a person?
Good. This experience, I don't know if it changed me for the better or for the worse. That's just the truth.
Okay.
Because, how do I see this? A lot of things I used to do, I dropped them. It's not like being proud or something, but it's just like a stepping up to where I am at the moment. So some people see it negatively, other people understand. So I don't know if I actually owe them an explanation.
No, as a matter of fact, you don't.
Thank you.
That's anti-matters advice.
Do you? Everyone will adjust. But make sure you're doing the right thing. That's the most important thing.
So what message do you hope to send to young Nigerians that are talented as much as you are?
For me, I think nobody is coming for you. Nobody is coming for you.
So Prince Charming.
Nobody. Like, create the opportunity for yourself. Create it. Like, when I was praying for dance, a lot of people were thinking I was mad. Even my mom, she was like, "Are you okay?"
Dance for 10 days.
My siblings could not believe it. It was just my elder sister, second born, and my elder brother that always supports me in anything I do, good or bad.
Oh, wow.
You always have that one sibling.
So even though when I told him, I was like, "Brown to attempt Guinness World Record," he sends me like very long laugh emoji. I was like, "What do you want to do? You want to go your village?" So like still he supported. When I needed money, he sent me money. My elder sister took care of my outfits for the whole 10 days because she's a fashion designer. So like it was more easier and all of that for me.
All right. I think we should go see some of the magic that you've been able to create, and then we'll come back to decide who is beating the record next. It just might be myself, but yes, let's take a look.
Look up the class, I be for chat. This one my medulla.
Oh, Justin Happiness do her thing right there on the front of the screen, and yeah, so much energy. I'm not sure I can attempt this one right now. As young as I am, but I still better pass Martha anyways.
How?
Right?
How? How do you conclude that for me?
Well, this is a fact.
What is a fact?
I can actually do a battle with you right here, right now. We'll take up this table.
Okay, let me ask you, have you ever seen me dance?
No.
Exactly.
That's the good. That's the proof. I've never seen you shake your body.
That's
the best
point.
you can do. This is your best move.
That's the point. Some of us, oh my goodness.
Some of your imaginary dancers.
Which imaginary dancers? Which you can see, which our mirrors can talk to you guys.
Wishes.
Yeah. The cheers, they
Yes.
can attest to the moves.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? We almost not dance. Happiness has picked a struggle.
Choose your struggle.
Everyone will pick their struggle, but that's an amazing performance right there. Your energy and your ability to do that. Now, let me ask. What did you study in school?
What did I study in school? I've not yet gone to higher institution.
Exactly.
wow.
Yeah.
Right, but what are your plans?
Okay, is what you think actually.
You don't want?
No. Okay, so I was thinking of theater arts,
Social media.
but at the moment, I think I want to go for film production.
Why?
Yeah, because most of my videos, I edit them myself. Crazy enough, I tend to learn things on my own.
Okay.
So, in my dance, I still do content transitions and all of that. So like I want to have more knowledge, like clearer knowledge, not from somebody, like from a right source. I want to study it and understand it better. So I think I want to go for film production.
Film production.
And merge it with my dance. Since I have the dance, if I merge it with film production, it could be a collab.
Be a big thing. Collab.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who inspires you in the dance industry?
Okay, so my boss is just so amazing, Miss Adila Omotosho.
Okay.
Like, no, she's too much.
She's
Like,
good.
not because she's my boss, right from even before I started working with her.
Okay.
She has been that one person I look up to.
Mm.
So like, she inspires me so much.
So
And
much.
then getting closer to her, no, big ups.
She's good.
She's good.
So I'm very curious right now. How do people earn from dance?
In so many ways.
Tell me
Tell
about
us.
it.
Okay.
You just might swap. Tell us.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to start with the negative aspect.
Okay.
Can I use pidgin? Because it will express it more.
Yeah,
Right there.
speak pigeon.
Do you?
Before you sell for dance, you go cry. Like, that's just the truth. Like, the fact that dance is not yet that career people see, like music and all of that, it's very hard to sell. But once you start selling in dance, it's like a non-stop.
Okay.
So means you sell through dance, there are people who buy dance piece. Like
Really?
like if you create a dance piece, a 45 minutes dance piece,
Okay.
they buy it.
People buy.
Yes.
What do they use it for?
Theater shows, events, yeah.
Okay.
So it is literally your idea. So they bought your idea.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are not talking about 1 million naira,
Millions of naira.
millions of naira.
Oh, really?
Ha.
Like there are people who value dance a lot. Like there are a lot of them.
In
so
this
like,
country?
In this country, outside a lot of people value
Value
dance.
dance.
I know one. I know Mr. Kudus.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Kudus values dance a lot. So like, dance sales. So another means is through social media.
Okay.
Like for me, my TikTok is monetized, my Facebook is monetized, so I earn from there.
So you are eating better
Social
money.
media money.
Okay.
So
Master get
the
videos.
more you create,
Mhm.
the more you earn.
The more you
Oh, wow.
earn.
Yeah. So that, for me, these are the two
Major.
important
Major.
aspects. Yeah.
Do you
major
see yourself stopping dance?
I will definitely stop dance. Let's tell ourselves the truth. I'm going to get to that point where I can't dance anymore
Okay, what point is
in
that?
my body.
Okay.
Probably age-wise.
Okay.
But I will still do dance.
Okay.
I could groom a younger generation to dance.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can't move my body, don't mean I can't dance.
Okay.
Do you understand? So I could dance through you.
Okay.
I could dance through another person.
It's
So
amazing.
if I stop dance physically, I'm still dancing here.
Mentally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take us through your creative process. What inspires your creativity when it comes to creating dance?
Okay, sometimes it depends on situations around me. That's one. Sometimes where I'm coming from. Like the video you watched, you were asking about independence. I was actually talking about myself
Okay.
and Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was never easy being a female dancer in my house. My God. My dad was a military personnel.
Oh ho.
He is now a pastor in Deeper Life.
Ah.
Oh Lord. Hey Jesus.
How did you come out of the house looking like this?
The Lord is
Good
my
question.
shepherd. Keep resting in peace, Daddy. I love you so much.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
sorry about that.
Alright.
So I lost him in May 2025.
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
Thank you so much. So my dad, we are always fighting. Oh Lord. When I was coming up, I used to be his best. But ever since I started dancing, we separated.
Wow.
He will tell me, this dance you're doing, I'll tell him, you two wait and see. So we're always having a clash. So like, literally that clash was one of my inspiration. I'll be like, if I stop dance now, this man go think say, I don't give
And
up.
then win.
I lie. So like literally, even in the whole storm, I was still inspired through everything. But then before he passed, he made peace with the fact that I was dancing. Because I was with him one day and then I was on a call. He was not like, you are going to dance. I was like, yes. I was like, when are you coming back? I was like, oh wow, okay.
Not
So-
don't go. The conversation
Ah,
has
And I
changed.
accept her.
So that was it.
Okay, that's amazing.
So are you looking forward to setting a new record, you know?
For me, I think I will still do this record breaking thing again.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't get a response for them
Yes,
because the fingers
yes.
are still crossed.
Because I've gotten the recognition
Yeah.
and that's fine.
Okay.
Now I want to get the Guinness World recognition.
Okay.
So I want to do it better because while applying, there are 3 ways you can apply for a Guinness World Record. One of them is the one you pay for. The second one is the one you go to them. Sorry, one of them is the one you pay for their a witness to come from Guinness World Record. The second one is the one you go to them to do it. And the third one is the one you send your life evidence. So that was the one I went for.
The life evidence?
Yes. So I think if I want to do that again, I will want to pay for one of their witness to come over. Yes. And if I'm fit enough, no, I want them to come.
Because there's more ginger here.
Yes, they should come. Not just that. Once I'm doing something for myself in dance, I try to put my nearest community on the map. So I think it would be more like a Nigeria thing.
If it's done here.
If it's done here.
That makes a lot of sense.
Beautiful.
I mean, such an amazing perspective you have here, Happiness. And I love the fact that you know what you want and you're getting ahead to have that done. But I think, do we wrap it up here?
Yeah, maybe just one more question for her. What is that one word that best describes your journey so far?
That's the word.
Yeah, an expression. All right. Okay. all right. Thank you so much, Happiness, for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
We had a good time.
Yeah, we did. Of course, we wish you the very best of luck in your career as well.
Thank you.
Of course, right now we've got on a break and we'll come back with Death Threat to give you some more viral trends right here in the studio. Please don't get anywhere.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nightcom Sat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. The sound of your city, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
Caesar Radio.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, Caesar Radio. Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live.
Caesar Radio.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umuahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, Caesar Radio.
Welcome back. You're still watching Rapid On right here on Rapid Television. And of course, it is still Friday, and we're moving straight to the last lap of the program this morning. And we want to give you a few more stories that are making the waves online. And we're going to be starting up with One of the headlines that caught our fancy, and of course, is something that also has brought a concern to us as a nation, which is that 4,000 young women contract HIV weekly. AIDS Healthcare Foundation is making this particular statement to us. And according to the report, it says the AIDS Healthcare Foundation Nigeria has raised serious concern over the increasing rate of HIV infections among young women, revealing that about 4,000 females aged between 15 to 24 are newly infected each week, with over 3,300 of these cases occurring in sub-Saharan Africa. In a statement issued ahead of the 2025 International Day of the Girl, AHF Nigeria's advocacy and marketing manager Steve Abosaride made this very statement. He urged governments to scale up investment in HIV and STI prevention, testing and treatment, as well as implement policies that improve access to healthcare, education, and productive health services here in Nigeria. And this is such a concern for our nation right now, saying that over 4,000 young women contract this disease on a weekly basis.
Well, like you said, it's a matter of grave concern that a lot of women, 4,000 weekly,
4,000
contract HIV, and this just goes to tell. I'm going to be unreserved with my comments right now. How reckless a lot of us can be with our lives, very reckless, because it's reckless of you to have any sexual relation with anyone that you don't know their HIV status. It's very reckless of you to now go on and do that without any sort of protection. It is very reckless of you to be random, like just any random person. 4,000 weekly is an alarming number.
It is.
For women to contract HIV and AIDS, like on a weekly basis. We're not talking about we're not talking about a decade.
Monthly, no, weekly.
On a weekly basis, 4,000. That's really reckless.
It is reckless, but you get to also know that it is not just through sexual intercourse.
Mostly.
That one contradicts.
It is mostly. What are the ways you contract HIV and AIDS? For doctors, like syringe, exposure, and these days people are now very cautious of these things, because I'm saying, if I go to the hospital, you need to tear the syringe right in front of me.
Exactly.
I make sure of that. I don't know how many people make sure of that, but at least I make sure of that. And I'm sure that a lot of Nigerians make sure that the syringe that will be used to inject them is turned right in front of them. And if it is not done, you have the right to tell the doctor to give you the one which he's tearing right in front of you.
Exactly.
It's very important. Many people do that, right? And if you read further the development of that story, most of the people that contracted HIV and AIDS is through sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
Very few is mother to child, very few is object. So the major because mother to child also came from somewhere. It came from sexual relations with your husband or whoever that you had that child with, which obviously must have contacted HIV and AIDS. And most people, the fact that we have come to we have made some groundbreaking progress, especially when it comes to HIV and AIDS. I'm still surprised that people hide their status from their partners, hide their status from people. Because now it's not like a death sentence like it used to be, where when you have HIV and AIDS, it's all gone for you. You know, people don't know. But now we have these drugs that can keep you as alive as a person who does not have HIV. You see? So why are people I saw a video, and what even made me get to the conclusion of recklessness, as in the case of people with multiple sexual partners and what have you. I saw a video recently, and in that video, the lady was talking about how she contracted HIV and AIDS and she doesn't know anything about it. She didn't know. So how did she find it? Her face started scaling up. She started having some of these bodily reactions after a month.
Wow.
What happened a month before that? She went to the club, she went to party with her friends, and after partying with her friends, she got a bit tipsy and then eventually drunk.
Wow.
And then there was a guy in the club that she was warming up to, and they found themselves in the apartment of the boy that she was warming up to, and she couldn't tell what exactly had happened. Exactly. And a month later, she went to the hospital because of the things she could see on her skin, and then she discovered that she had HIV and AIDS.
Sadly.
So it's very unfortunate. The truth is, you cannot control people and tell them not to have sexual intercourse. You can also not force them, you cannot also deter them from keeping multiple partners. Because just like we said from the start of the show, many people, you cannot deter people from going to see people from social media. Facebook, to go, Instagram. People will always warm up to people.
Yeah.
And there's no harm in that. But at least do your due diligence. If we are going to be sexual partners, then I need to know what your status is.
Exactly.
Ask for tests. Don't be shy. HIV is not scared of you, or it's not shy of you. Do you get? So we cannot be reckless like this with our lives. It's also sad that some women happen to come down with this unknowingly from their partners, legitimate partners, people that they are married to. So again, it's your responsibility when you notice that you have a reckless partner. And by reckless, I mean multiple sexual partners, right? If you notice you have such a partner, demand that they test at all time. Demand it. I mean, it's very unfortunate. When I saw this statistics, I was very thrown aback, because now you can't even know who has and who does not have.
You wouldn't know.
4,000 people. Come on.
And that's a high number. So our advice is go know your status. Run a test if you're having any suspicions. In fact, as a person, just ensure that you're running the test to know your status as an individual. Of course, away from that particular story, we saw another story here which says science just dropped a bombshell. It says that women's egg quality does not decrease with age. Rather, it is men's sperm that has a biological clock. And I'm like, since when?
So they've been lying to us.
Since when? You know, so now we're finding it difficult to believe this particular report, because we've never heard that a man's sperm has a biological clock. We know that even at age 80, a man still has that capacity.
Well, I know
to actually impregnate a person.
He can impregnate a person, but the quality of the sperm cells reduces over time. So it's not like they are not able to. Of course they can, but the quality of the sperm cells is what determines whatever. But the truth is, science has sold us this lie for a very long. I don't know if it's a lie, but let's take a look at the full thing. It says, you've always heard that women have a biological clock. Well, science has just redefined how exactly the clock ticks. Researchers dive deep into the genetic construction of eggs and sperm as they age and discovered something shocking. Women's eggs don't accumulate more DNA mutations as they age. In fact, men's sperm does. And the older the man, the higher the risk of genetic errors. Why is this important? Because of these mutations, children born to older fathers are at risk of developing health conditions like Down syndrome, autism, and schizophrenia, and others. So does this mean age has nothing to do with the woman? Let's go on. Not entirely. Age affects a woman's quantity of eggs, not quality, which can make it harder to conceive and increase the risk of miscarriages. DNA quality of eggs remains relatively stable, so the risk of passing on genetic error does not rise as sharply as in men. You know, the way men have been so caring and kind to remind women to hurry up, really, due to how the quality of their eggs depreciates quickly with time. Now that we have more information, let's maintain the same energy. Share the word. Dear men, your biological clock is ticking. Tick, tock, tick. Get married early. Have babies early. We care. This is not a shade. This is just, it's a clapback.
It sounds like a shade anyway.
It's not a shade.
But I think it's a good thing that, you know, there's a balance now.
Absolutely.
Because truthfully speaking, at every point in time, the shade always goes to the lady. And there's always that rush for the lady to get married because of the biological clock. And men never really think, or never thought at all, that we also have that biological clock. And so we'll go on living our lives as much as possible. As a matter of fact, a young guy will tell you, even at the age of 60, I can still get married and give birth to children.
But you?
You know, but because we do not even know. Or many of us do not know that men have biological clocks. But now that we know, you know, guy men, maybe we'll just have
this
to step
is looking
up
like
again.
a plea.
It's
like,
a plea.
Forgive us for all that we have done.
You know.
Because a lot of women have suffered in marriages because of things like this.
Right.
Imagine having an autistic child or a Down syndrome child, and then your husband or his family, they come to you and say, look at the kind of child that you have given birth to. You have given birth to a cause, and some of those things. Those children didn't even ask to be born in the first place. And secondly, everything is about contribution. I've said it. Pregnancy is contribution.
Yes, no.
Well, however the child turns out is contribution. From the womb is contribution. You contribute, I contribute. No one has the blame more than the other.
Right.
Because it's a participatory effort. But I'm glad that science has come to clarify this. At least we can have more women relax in their homes, and no one is telling you, you are becoming 40, go and get married, because, none of that. But let's take a look at the next story that we have there. In China, men reportedly violently attacks wife and children. In China rather, a man violently attacks his wife and his children. And I saw that video. One thing that came to mind is the fact that there is a thin line between discipline and abuse. And I've said it many times. We have shared videos here many times. A very thin line between discipline and abuse. But you see, my concern about the video now is not only the children were being disciplined, the wife is also being disciplined. And I'm asking, is it the responsibility of a husband to discipline his wife in that manner in marriage? Let's take a look at this video and you get to decide. Do we have the video?
It's something that I just said, it doesn't lie. Okay, truth is, I made this illusion so that I can get arrested because I wanted to run away and escape being on the street, being shelterless. I thought prison would give me a second chance. As I've seen people going into prison, they come back, they've got education, they've got degrees. So that's one thing that I had on my mind. So now you want us to sit here, me and you, cross-examine them. That's why it's turning into a kind of a debate. Because you want to go back and talk, it is just a lie. What I said to you yesterday, last week, it was just a lie. Smanga Pengu Zulu boy and everything, that is just a lie. Now, impose a question based on what I said.
This is Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN. We connect people, power stories, and amplify voices. On Rapid TV, we're rooted in culture and your window to the stories that matter. From news to lifestyle, we inform, entertain, and uplift. Join Rapid TV on StarTimes Channel 176, Nigecom Sat. On Rapid FM, we speak your language, from the soulful airwaves of Umuahia to the vibrant culture of Port Harcourt and beyond. More than broadcasters, we're creators, amplifying that voice within with powerful content across TV, radio, and digital. Join us at rbnradiotv.com and all our social media handles. One network, one voice. Rapid Broadcasting Network, RBN, the sound of your city, rooted in truth, driven by impact.
Welcome back. We do apologize for that mix-up there. But of course, we've been telling you the story about a Chinese man who beat up his wife and his children just because the children were playing video games past curfew time. And for him,
bedtime actually.
Yeah,
they were at home already.
So they were already home as it is. And if you look at the whole situation, we've talked about violence, abuse from parent to children, you know, from partners to their partner as it is. And we get to see these things happen over and over again. Now, the only reason why this man came home and decided to beat up the children, that's the video on your screen right now, was because they were playing the video games past the bedtime. And I don't think this would have been the best way to deal with your children. I mean, there's a way for you to discipline them. There's a place for teaching. There's a place for scolding. There's a place for punishment. But the kind of discipline that he gave to his wife, as well, to just imagine that. Let's imagine that. What's the reason for this? But right now, of course, he's in police custody, and the Chinese police authorities have taken up this particular matter. It's quite sad to see that things like this do happen both in the global space.
And it's so worrisome that you feel a need to correct your spouse in this manner.
No.
One thing I have said consistently, and I will continue to say, is in picking the choices of a partner, it goes beyond their physical attributes.
And feelings.
It goes beyond their economic stance or what have you. It's about, just take a look at that. You see the child. It's about being able to know what their tendencies are. And I was seeing a video sometime, I think it was yesterday, and in that video, one of these relationship experts was saying, be able to see the person through every season. When they're happy, when they're sad, when they are worried, just make sure you are able to see them through this season so that you can decide if you still want to be with them or not. Remember, we were having a case of, or we're dealing with a case of a police officer whose wife burnt him, right? Now, we don't exactly know what transpired between the both of them, because we might never be able to know the full story or the accurate story, because one from both parties is already dead, right? But the person who is alive now has made claims of domestic violence between those people. How does your partner respond when they are angry? It's very important. When they are provoked, it's very important that you know. Because anything could have happened to that child. I don't know if that child has survived, because according to reports, the both of them are in the hospital and they are currently receiving medical care, you know, because of what is being done to them by their parents. A lot of parents mask abuse and call it discipline. And children are starting to speak up, and that's why I love it. They are starting to speak up for what is right and what is wrong. How they feel, they put into cognizance how they feel, and how they feel is most important to them. But you see, this is a very unfortunate video. When I saw it, I mean,
quite sad. But of course, let's move on to the next story that we have for you this morning. We saw a story on the internet says that the homeless youth in South Africa prefer prison to freedom. A young man in South Africa recently arrested and charged for a crime shocked many during a witness examination when he confessed that he would rather be sentenced to prison than set free. You know, a lot of persons are looking out for freedom, and someone is saying, I'd rather be in prison than roam the street of South Africa. Let's go and watch that particular video. That's the video we're seeing earlier on.
Want me to continue? Want us to waste time? It's something that I just said, it doesn't lie. Now the truth is, I made this illusion so that I can get arrested because I wanted to run away and escape being on the street, being shelterless. I thought prison would give me a second chance. As I've seen people going to prison, they come back, they've got education, they've got degrees. So that's one thing that I had on my mind. So now you want us to sit here, me and you, cross-examine them. That's why it's turning into a kind of a debate, because you want to go back and talk. It is just a lie. What I said to you yesterday, last week, it was just a lie. Smanga Pengu Zulu boy and everything, that's just a lie. Now, impose a question based on what I said. The arrest. The illusion I created was because I wanted to be arrested, because I wanted the second, I wanted to escape. Being on the street, I had given up. Life had beaten me to down. Understand? So now ask me a question based on that.
Can you give me a chance to ask you?
I think I've given you enough chance.
Can you give me a chance to ask you?
I think I've given you enough chance. Can I choose you from someone?
Where's the accused victim? I have no idea. I don't know exactly. He has removed himself from the proceedings.
He said his reasons are actually very good reasons.
very valid.
You know? And he said he's trying to escape the street because he has given up on the street. But life in prison will give him shelter. We provide for him food and access to education, things that he cannot do for himself if he remains on the street. And he's very adamant on the fact that, hey, send me to prison. You know, I want a better life. But the irony is this. Better life usually is found or gotten away from prison. You know, but right now he's looking at it. I can get a better life while I'm in prison, because certain persons that have been in prison, once they come out from prison, they've gotten access to education in South Africa. Of course, food shelter is provided for them, and he's saying, well, I better take this route than, you know, continue to roam the street of South Africa.
This should tell the South African government. This is a very strong message to the South African government, and it should tell them something if they're actually listening or paying attention. It just means that what is maybe the living condition of youth in South Africa is quite deplorable, where the average person can barely afford food, shelter, and education, which some of the basic things that everyone in a country should be able to afford. And like I said, if the South African government is paying attention, then they should create programs that can enable people on the streets to be catered for. I know they cannot take everybody off the streets, right? But it's a very difficult situation here, because just like him, there might be many others on the streets as well that are looking for shelter. They're looking for ways to survive, basically. And like you said, he made some very valuable arguments right there. You know, I don't want to talk about anything. Talk about me committing a crime. What's my offense? 20 years. That's perfect. Keep me there. Let me go to school. Let me eat. Let me be able to sleep. I mean, it's very unfortunate. I actually do feel for the guy.
Of course.
But the South African government will get to decide what they want to do. Probably set up the guy, because this is a sound of someone who is frustrated, that has probably tried everything within his power to earn a living, and nothing seemed to be working. This happened to be the last resort. So I'm sure that they should be able to pay attention to him and probably help him eventually.
They should, you know, committing crime for the right reasons. That's what some persons are calling it. You know, of course, that is basically all we're going to take.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for the viral trends this morning. Of course, remember it's Friday, so ensure that you're spending good time with friends and family. And as much as possible, please, please, please rest this weekend. All right, get some sleep. You know, as much as possible, relax. If you need to see a doctor, please ensure that you make your doctor's appointment and get to do some, you know, regular routine checkup for yourself this weekend. But most importantly, spend time with friends and family. And of course, do remember that you can follow us on all our social media pages across all platforms at Rapid TV. And of course, you can watch this episode and every episode that we've had since this week on our official Rapid TV YouTube platform, which is at official Rapid TV. And anywhere in the world you go, you can as well carry us along with you at www.arabianradiotv.com. My name is Victor. Okay.
And my name is Martha Alu, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.